Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today in this video we're going to talk about something pretty important, depending upon your style of trading, what your goals are in online trading, specifically around crypto. Yesterday I put out a video on my channel at Quant Labs, and this is what I put up. Watch this Bitcoin crypto algo trading theoretically make you, was it $1,600
My name
in
is
9
Steve
minutes?
Madden. I'm the VP of Digital
Shut up.
Transformation and Segment Marketing here at Equinix.
Okay, let me just show you
And
this
today
video.
I have with me Craig Matsumoto, a senior
Okay, so the video again is called Watch This Bitcoin
analyst at
Crypto.
451 Research.
Oh my god. Watch this Bitcoin crypto algo trading bots theoretically make $1,600 under 10 minutes. So I ran that, and it did make that amount, probably more, in 15 minutes. But as it makes, and you're not watching it, you can lose just as much, just as fast. In my case, it went to way more in losses. But this is all the keyword theoretical. So understand that the potential is there. But that was just with a Bitcoin bot, which has brought about this question I have. So in there, if you go into my blog, quantlabs.net/blog, I put in the video there. Again, it's called Watch These Bitcoin Crypto Algo Trading Bots Theoretically Make $1,600 Under 10 Minutes. Okay. Now, I get a lot of people ask me, how do I get into this? What do I got to learn? What do I got to do? Well, two ways. Go to quantlabs.net, get your free books, learn about the technology, learn about some secrets that I used in the prior day for trading. That was very helpful. Some trading secrets, some pretty cheap and open source projects that you can use for stock trading. Also, if you want to learn more specific what I do, just go to quantlabs.shop. Pick up a USB key. I've got an introduction on algo trading with MotiveWave, which I'm going to put up a video on. Got a whole slew of videos on that. Plus the Python as well, which has been very helpful. A lot of people ask about high frequency trading. Now, this video I've shown you here has led me into what I'm going to go into, which is coin selection. So based upon volatility and liquidity, I have figured out, maybe I can't say this for sure, but if you go to coinmarketcap.com and you go under the cryptocurrencies, you'll see all the coins here that are listed by market cap, by their performance for the day, by how much volume they pump out on a 24-hour basis, which is all fine and good. So I thought, and I got to tell you, I've had people tell me, I only focus on Ethereum, Bitcoin only, Ethereum only, a whole swath of them. Me, I was always looking for breakouts, and that can work so much. But when I saw what I saw yesterday in that video, I was like, oh my God, there's more potential using this with Bitcoin based upon its volume, based upon its liquidity. And why am I chasing after little equivalent of little junior stocks or those little junky pump and dump stocks that nobody really cares about. So led me to believe, why don't just focus on, let's say, the top 15 coins. Now, Bitcoin's obviously the biggest one. Ethereum's another one. And funny enough, Ethereum can move sometimes against Bitcoin, but usually, I'd say in the last year, it's always moved in the same direction as Bitcoin, with the exception of DeFi, which has brought about a new phase in Bitcoin or in crypto, the hype and the performance of these high-performing small out-of-nowhere coins like YFI or Uni and whatever else came out of that, or Polkadot. That has put Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin. But generally, Bitcoin's always the one consistently on top with the largest volume. And there's a bunch of other coins that work in lockstep with the performance of Bitcoin. That would include the bigger ones like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Link is another interesting coin. For the last year, it's done really well. I would say in the last month or two, it's starting to peter out. And usually it easily outperformed Bitcoin. And lately, since the PayPal news of all 22 million stores now taking the four big coins like Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum with PayPal, all those coins have gone crazy like a week ago. But it's come back down, and Litecoin out of that batch has performed, from what I've seen, the best. But it still generally moves in the direction of Bitcoin. So we got to look for certain coins that hopefully will move against the performance or the direction of Bitcoin. And I've identified two big ones that are like that. One is XMR, which is Monero. I put up a video on that last week, and there's instances where Monero can outperform Bitcoin. Monero is the one coin that is kind of not under the radar like Bitcoin is, as a form of a hedge. So you get Bitcoin. Oh, now all the central banks, all the banks in the world, IMF included, now I got to regulate Bitcoin. Oh my God, Bitcoin's too big. We can't control it. Nobody owns it. It's not centrally controlled, but we got to regulate it somehow. So out of that, I've identified XMR or Monero to outperform Bitcoin because of that. And it's one of these coins that nobody owns, nobody controls. It's not centrally owned. And you can go on and load up the blockchain on your own desktop. If you got Bitcoin, you can easily transfer over to Monero. And Monero, to my surprise, between April till about September, kind of outperformed Bitcoin. And there's a reason for it. As you know, with Bitcoin, with all the central banks pumping in trillions of dollars, namely the U.S., into from the Fed, like trillions of dollars, like what, $6 trillion this year already, because of this pandemic. People are like losing confidence in central banks. So there's all these talk of banks are going to now start bringing out digital currencies, which means that takes away your financial liberty, meaning you no longer have cash because you have digital currency. That means they now have the ability to track your purchases. Not only that, but they have the ability to say, oh, along comes April 1st or April 30th on tax, therefore you owe us $10,000. We're going to take out $10,000 out of your bank account, out of your digital currency account, and nothing will stop them. So they're now calling that automation taxation. So they'll be able to legitimately go in and take out money out of your account without your permission. I think it's going to lead into those kind of dark days with this digital currency business. The other reason why they're doing digital currencies, and from what I'm reading and hearing on YouTube, is that the IMF wants to have the absolute control of that through the digital SDR of the digital special drawing rights, and the U.S. would be one of the bigger countries that would have negotiation on that and setting the rules, where the Fed has a digital currency that will be enforced upon all its citizens of the U.S. So we are going into darker days of financial freedom. And that's why, and namely with the debt as well, national debt, this is why coins like XMR or Monero do well. Because you can't control them. No one has the ability to, control it. And access points can be done if you have Bitcoin in a wallet. So what that means, when you look at all the hedging, Bitcoin would be kind of considered a hedge, but it's not. The only last hedge I can see out of all the major assets out there you could use as a hedge when the market crashes, let's say, or investments go down, like real estate, forget. The last one I see is Monero, and I've talked about this before. Monero has the ability, you can park money in, and it outperforms. I put up videos on it. And it's kind of outperformed for September 2020 as well. And part of the reason for that, as I said, is that look at gold. Okay, usually gold is supposed to move against the direction of the U.S. stock market, and we have now instances where gold will perform the same direction as the U.S. markets. That's broken. Same with silver, and that's why gold and silver are suppressed in terms of how they should really perform. Because who controls that? It's the banks, like the U.S. banks, not the Fed, but the banks. They have trading desks that will manipulate those metal prices. They have enough large bank trading desks to do that, and that's why it's suppressed. So when you get Joe Blow, Joe Average out there thinking, I'll buy some gold because Jim Rickards and what's the other guy, Peter Schiff, tell him to do so, it's not performing like supposed to. And then you buy up gold and you have capital tied up there that you can't use anything with, and you get a little bit of return, not much. But when you factor in the performance of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and now Monero, they way outperform. We've done many webinars on this over the last month, 2 months on this. Crypto easily outperforms any of them if you just use crypto as a speculative hedge or even a speculative investment. They outperform by a long shot, no matter what you hear. So those are your top 3 right now. And now we have some other ones that we can talk about. The last one I want to talk about. So I've talked about these ones. Those on the podcast. Let me remind you. What I'm talking about is Bitcoin Cash. That move in the same direction as Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, which can sometimes go against Bitcoin, but depends on what's going on in the crypto space. DeFi is an example of that. The Link, Chainlink, Litecoin, and Monero we just talked about, that sometimes goes against the direction of Bitcoin. The other one that I find is Binance Coin, or BNB. The reason I find that is because it's quite obvious. Binance, by a long shot, is the largest crypto exchange out there. Now that you have BitMEX been taken out, you also have OKX, an Asian one, where people, I don't know if it's still okay, but it's messed up, whatever you want to call it. They can't even withdraw funds out of their OKX account. One of the founders got busted, blah, 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 for whatever. So Binance is the last large exchange out there, where OKX. So the volumes keep piling into Binance. So Binance, what they've done, kind of smart, I don't like it, but it's smart, that they bill you commission fee-wise in BNB, or Binance Coin. Because of that volume, which is continually going up, we watched it with a DeFi from 2 billion a day to 6 billion a day, 7 billion a day, peaked at 12 billion a day. Okay, that's just the spot market of Binance. So every time that volume goes up on Binance, what happens? There's more commission fees. More commission fees, more use for Binance Coin, which means BNB goes up in value. And that's one of the other reasons why it's unrelated or works indirectly, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, with Bitcoin. Now, of course, all of these can change at any given time. But generally, when things get flat, you have to have your star performance, which may be XMR or BNB. You could get some smaller ones like Tezos, Atom, and we've talked about Monero as a alternative anonymous private coin like Monero XMR. Another one out there that doesn't get the same volume is Zcash. So sometimes that can do well as well. So there's all these up and coming coins. There's a lot of the DeFi coins that do well. But generally, the core that I would focus on in terms of trading are these ones, for the reasons I specified, either based upon liquidity or based upon volume, or they still meet those conditions or requirements. But the two at the bottom here go against the direction of Bitcoin and are not heavily tied to the direction of Bitcoin. So again, let me repeat. The big ones out there are Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Ethereum, Link, Litecoin. And the two other ones, the last hedge that I call Monero, and the other one that some may not think of is BNB, Binance Coin. And I'm sure there's other ones as well, and they will come and go on this list. But let me know what you think. That's the whole purpose of doing this video. Let me know your rationale on why you think this does better or that does better, and what you think is the up-and-coming coin. Another thing I should mention is people are going to go, why don't you include Ripple or XRP? And the reason is because the value of them are less than $1. You want the coins to be listed as a whole number, okay? So there's other coins I can sit here and talk about, but again, because I'm on Binance, I'm moving towards the futures market. A lot of these other ones you're seeing here are not part of the futures market on Binance. So that's some of the reasons why they're not included. And some of them might not have the volume requirement or whatnot. But I'm just curious to know what you think is good, what you think is bad. And as I said, let me know. Again, if you want to know more about this stuff, get on the email list at quantlabs.net. Now, I got to mention something here. If you're still watching, thanks for watching this long. But people sign up and they don't engage. You don't engage, you ain't going to get any emails from me. So that means you link, or you press one of the links, or you open up an email. You don't engage via that, you won't get any more emails. The other thing is, if you're really serious and want to know about the algo trading perspective from a Python or a MotiveWave end, let me know. Just get one of the USB keys, as I said, at quantlabs.shop. Other than that, thanks again for watching. We shall talk to you later. Have yourselves a good day. And again, don't forget to jump aboard the WhatsApp group here. You can, or opt in the quantlabs.net. This guy right here. Other than that, thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a good day.